Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What do you get when you mix two white boys, both named Mike? A thing for Justin Timberlake and a piercing above your eye. Was he high? Their stories alone could make you cry. That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
Look at this, just full. There's no reveal here. We're just telling everybody who's on the show right away.
Yeah, we usually just cut to the two of us, and when they see us in the same frame, they know.
And then we got a guess. We make the
They
guess
just sold them Molly. They need fucking things to do.
The guests have to wait for us to kind of tease and preamble and introduce the show, and then the guest, and no one would know.
Not on this show.
No.
I feel like we skirt outside the lines of professional broadcasting, and we just kind of bring you an organic product. Yeah.
And Alex is back.
Alex is back.
Hi, guys. I missed you.
Yeah.
Was she gone for a while?
You said such nice things about me on last week's show.
Do you still listen?
And then I got her again today in the group chat because I realized that we never told her that Brendan was also going to come on the show. So I was like, Scopo and Brendan are coming on the show. Are we good for lower thirds? Or Alex, are you coming? Or did you whisper to us at a rave 3 months ago that you were going to be on vacation?
And by the way, we need to also mention that let's introduce her. Welcome everybody to another episode of Irish Goodbye Podcast, a storytelling podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Feeney. Be enjoying with me as always,
Mike Cannon.
And we got two guests today. One, you know him as he's been on the show many times, much to the dismay of most. Ladies and gentlemen, Brendan Sagalow is here. But our premier guest, the person who has never been on the show before.
Thanks for that.
And we're happy to have him, Mr. Chris Scopo.
Hey, thank you.
Chris Scopo and Brendan Sagalow joined the program. But wait a minute. Now let's get back into the Alex Gate situation because last week when we were leaving, we had mentioned to G Mike of the idea of being like, neither of us remember that happening. Is that a thing that you remember happening? And he did one of those things that somebody does when they're covering for a lie, and he smiled and was like, and he just kind of he didn't rat Alex out, but he didn't know the details of when that would have been told to really back it up. He didn't know the information, so he sat out.
It's the old lie and tell the truth at the same time. And you know exactly which one is which.
I asked you at the end of our double recording that we did like 3 weeks ago. I was like, I'm not going to be out on such and such a date. Do you want to pre-record that week? And I believe it was Feeney
double
specifically.
Recording, though.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool that you asked us after 120 minutes of talking.
That's like right after a guy comes. You can do whatever you want.
14 blunts, we're probably on
Do you want to go to Costco tomorrow?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Jesus.
I just went out of this building that smells like a wet, dead raccoon.
She just said, guys, I'm going to be blah, 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 tomorrow.
Specifically, you said, that's going to be a tough week for me. Can we just have someone else take over that day?
Does sound like me.
Wow.
That's exactly what you said. I remember the conversation.
Now you remember.
I don't remember, but I think you just know me well enough to know what I would say.
So this is now where I'm at. Because
I must be a
that
great
is
producer.
True. I know that
when you're here.
Yeah, when you're here and not gallivanting across town with a new love interest.
So
I was in Austin producing shows. We're doing Gas Digital work.
What were you saying though? Because you said, "Here's where I'm at."
Hold on.
No.
You
had it.
Come on.
The camera
Blue.
zoomed in.
Blue. Water
I
fountain.
know.
Got
I
it.
remember. So
Water fountain.
I know Alex
throw
said
him
that
off.
to you about one of the days where we've had to double record. However, I do not know if that was exactly towards the most recent thing. That she could have just taken an excuse that she used for another day and
I
applied
was there
it to
for
this
all
one
of your
in
double
question.
recordings. This was a question that was asked at the end of a double recording.
Well, I've officially lost interest, and I think the listeners have.
I
too.
feel like I'm watching the show.
Yeah. Well, get in here. Scopo, how are you doing there? Fucking with your lean, you're just look like you're
Also,
fucking
can
holding
you
a toothpick.
picking his
Unclench your
boogers.
fist.
Buddy,
going like
listen, I'm in shape, but I want to show the arm off as much as I can.
But you're wearing
okay?
a thick, fat hoodie.
Yeah, because I was a little cold.
That says Cookie Monster on it.
This is my favorite shirt, H&M.
Well, now it's ironic because he's thin.
yeah, get it?
I'm the Cookie Monster.
You both look like real Antifa women right now.
I would love to be in a gang. I dye my hair purple. I'm ready to rock.
You're the high priestesses of Chaz.
Yeah.
We do look like dykes. Oh, it's terrible.
Way to uncreate it up.
That was for the layman.
That's my comedy, all right? That's for the Queen's kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
Figure
my
it out.
God. Speaking of Queen's Kids, I have such a crazy update to update everybody on.
Excellent.
So, if you remember, about a month ago, Mike had an issue where he had a dead squirrel was put in his mailbox.
Yeah, the killer's still on the loose.
And you never found out, right?
No, still haven't.
Isn't this
It's
going to be
me.
fun? No. Let's go to the email, because I saw this the other day, and it was just sitting in our email from God knows when. Alex, are you ready to pull it up? Because I made a very dramatic. Let's go to the email.
Let's
Is
go
this
to the
about me?
videotape.
Okay. Hey, gang, long-time listener. Your shows never cease to make my day. I'm listening to this week's podcast, and Canada is telling the story of Mario finding a dead squirrel strategically placed on his mailbox. I wanted to share a story about something similar that happened to me. About 5 years ago, I went over to... Wait, I think we read this. This is a different thing.
Shit, I grabbed the wrong email.
You grabbed the wrong
Okay.
email. God damn it.
Damn it! I was so
God
into
damn
this.
it.
What the fuck happened? What happened? I don't know what happened.
Well, that was a whole...
She
We
ended
read
up
that one.
dying. But she sent the email.
It was time release.
Bro, I was so into that. I was halfway through taking my shoes off.
You're kicking them off? Just like, all right, let's get comfortable.
God damn.
Closer in here.
All right, I could just pull it up on my phone.
Is
I
this
think, Alex,
somebody-
but
yeah,
I wanted
I mean-
it to be. I wanted it to
Is this
be
about
a,
me?
If
My
someone
heart's
found the house and did it on purpose,
Let me
that's
see.
fantastic.
Well, they obviously did it on purpose because
All right,
so
it's
you,
under-
you don't
it's-
listen to
it's
the show.
from-
No.
Okay.
But just to recap, somebody put a. Oh, by the way, it was at dawn. We found it. It wasn't at dusk, like I said. It was at dawn. It was the opposite.
They found it at dawn?
No, that's when they put it up. It was on Ring. Like neighbors have their surveillance and shit like that, so they captured an image of this person. They had a mask on, they were fat, whatever, but they hung
Wow,
a
there's an
plastic
image
bag
of 'em.
over my mailbox, and in the plastic bag was a cardboard box, completely sealed with tape and handwritten perishable, and in that box was a dead squirrel.
Dude, how much do you have to have beef with someone to fucking do this shit
It's
in
insane.
Rockland?
It's insane anywhere.
You think it's like a school shooter?
No, I don't know. It's an adult.
I-
The
No.
person that delivered it
But a
wasn't an adult.
I hope we
14-year-old
did-
kid could do that.
I have it.
Okay.
Feeney.
I also hope we did read that other person's email. We did, right?
We did,
That
yeah,
one-
I
that
read
one
it.
Yeah,
definitely
it started
read
to sound
Okay.
familiar. I got
All
it
right,
over.
but just don't show their name, because I don't know if they want their name showed in this. Okay.
Unbelievable. Second guest in a row.
Took your order?
No. First off, no.
Believable.
I did this. I go, can I? And then you didn't respond. So fuck
have-
it. I don't want to open it up.
You can't say that. You have
You have 3 glasses here.
All right.
You know what? I don't want your fucking water.
Let's go to it. Let's go to
gas
it.
digital water.
All right, here we go. We'll make this better for people listening on Monday. This is the Sopranos of podcasts. I have listened from the beginning. I have gone out to see you guys perform. Love this guy already. Listening to you guys it feels like we know you. I sent a story about my wife that nearly died at the beach. I made a joke in it, and Cannon not only didn't laugh, he made fun of me. He made fun of me.
That doesn't sound like me.
You know what's funny? The internet. And listening to a podcast from the beginning when people continuously drop little nuggets about where they live or lived. So much so that it's obvious where they are staying. I got in my car and drove from North Bergen to Rockland. I had a gift for Cannon. I parked my Mazda 3 outside Mario's house and left my gift on the conveniently placed mailbox. I hope you like the squirrel. I found it in the road, and instead of tossing it out, I wanted to wrap it up for you. Who's the funny guy now?
Not
What's
that person.
fucking loser?
Not that person. That's not
Jesus,
even a
you
loser.
gotta
That guy did no.
You gotta
he needs
speak
to, be
to a therapist. You have to go to a therapist.
Immediately.
What a
It's-
fucking loser.
Therapy is beyond. He's
What?
beyond therapy.
The
That
mystery is solved.
Wait, he had to find a
not
dead
real.
squirrel. He had to find a dead squirrel.
That's not real.
Get it?
He's lying. What are you out of your
Wow.
mind?
What are you? What's happening?
You
to
guys believe that
I-
fucking email? He's obviously kidding. He's obviously
It
being
seemed
like,
honest.
it was me. He listens to the show. He's lying to you.
Well, here's the best part.
I don't know how
Why do you gotta ruin
obvious
that?
that is, though.
Yeah,
How obvious is that? I mean,
here's-
that did cross my mind, and I thought we'd discuss it.
Well, here's the
but-
thing. He sent a follow-up email saying that, of course, he was joking. But I thought, for sure we'd have fun with it, and the bit wouldn't be immediately
Childish.
destroyed by Brendan Sagalow. The producers in the back, everybody was on board. It was a full thing.
I was never gonna show that
Cannon was
follow-up
getting
email.
legit angry about it. He was talking about hospitalizing the person.
jackass.
He was
Why
going
wouldn't
on
you
a
tell me?
classic,
Can I say
because you were
something?
late.
I was about to be
Because of you!
I was about to be the
Get
funniest
to
I've ever
that
been.
now.
I'm so gullible.
Get to
I
that
was like,
now.
yeah, that happened.
Of course.
I was like, yeah.
Of course. And the
kidding me?
listeners probably thought it,
You're
and
out
it
of
would
your
have been a fun
fucking
thing.
mind.
Brendan, I
With
was
the
a
amount of-
SpaceX rocket ready to launch.
He was already
ready to set
yelling.
off
The
on
amount
a
of
Did you see how mad he was?
spectacular
Yes.
journey.
Yes, but I thought.
kid. Unbelievable.
Jesus
Why are you fucking mad at me, jackass? I just saved you from another vein coming out of your forehead.
Would have been a great clip.
That's right. You lost me 2,000 views.
Well, I thought it would be fun. I hope people who listened were momentarily had
Yeah.
an aha moment.
I mean, my heart hasn't fully recovered, but yeah.
You were like, that person needs to be hospitalized.
I mean,
They are
for
full.
sure. I mean, that did cross my mind that could be potentially be the case, but I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we have somebody out there that is that disturbed that likes our shit, but yeah, I don't know. You know. Now I'm without words. Now I'm the least funny.
All he
I've
would
ever
need
been.
to do is send a picture of himself.
You've extinguished me.
Who's extinguished
You
you?
pissed on my birthday candles.
He goes, completely fucking with you guys. Just want to see if I could get Cannon going. Well, you did for a hot second. Until the
Literally.
flame retardant blanket.
The flame retarded. Brendan.
Yeah.
I was getting
Can't
pissed
believe
for
I'm
you.
getting shit for this.
I was getting furious for you. I was so mad at this guy.
Damn it.
My fucking Queens was coming out. I was
I
like,
had
this piece of trash,
had a
honestly.
full-
He's probably from the suburbs. He's a loser. He's
I
a
was
family.
I wrote it
They
in
wanna-
my...
They want to die
If
themselves.
Feeney
Be trapped
really
with that
wanted
guy.
to keep
I wrote
that
it
bit
in my
going,
calendar
if
to
Feeney
read
really
today.
wanted
Look
to
at
keep
this.
that bit going, he would have been like, no, he said it was real or whatever. You would have found
You
a way to convince
screamed.
me.
You screamed at it. You goes,
came
what are you
out-
fucking
you-
kidding
you
me?
came out
What are you, a fucking
hot.
idiot?
Yeah,
When
you
you
came out
screamed,
really
you stopped
hot.
his rant to correct
You
it.
also, when you said it, I was like, that makes more sense.
Yeah, of course.
I
Of
think I
course.
was
If you
like,
think about it for
I was
even a
mad
second.
that you believed it.
Well, now
I feel
we're
like
all
we
mad.
Need to slow the pace. We're talking over each other. I'm trying to recover from anger at everything. Like, I don't even know what I'm angry at. I was angry at the email. I'm angry at Brendan. I'm like angry at Scopo because he didn't know who Scott Pollard was when I brought him up before.
Oh, here it comes again.
I was going to reference it because I need somebody on the
Pollard
internet to agree with who I'm talking about.
People know who he is. Just
Scott
Pollard,
Pollard, power
Kings.
forward for the goddamn Sacramento
Yeah.
Kings during their heyday in
2000.
the early 2000s. Yeah.
So, that was what I had.
That was that.
That's the end of the podcast.
And
All right, we're good.
also-
He's like,
and
this will
also,
last 45 minutes.
I mean, did you see him? He was beat red. Steam was coming out of his ears.
It would
All
have
right,
been
next
an
time,
ongoing
next
saga.
time I'll just won't say my opinion on it and what I'm thinking, and I'll just let you lose your mind like fucking Roger Rabbit.
But
and
hang
have
on.
you run through the wall. Fucking.
Did you express your opinion when
Yeah.
somebody goes, Brendan, what do you think? Or did you scream?
We're all
the host
screaming.
of the show started gearing up for what he does best on the goddamn show.
You're right. We're all screaming. You are right about that. But we are screaming. We are all screaming. So just know I'm fucking getting into the tidal wave with you guys. And sucked in.
I also resent the thing saying that he was. I'm the reason that he was late.
Well, I had a big long think about it on the subway, and I think we're both wrong.
You texted
How
me
am
at
I
like
wrong?
5:15.
Yeah, he texted me at 5.
I texted you at 5 and I said, "Hey, are you going to are you driving to IGP?"
Sure am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's
yeah,
already
hang on.
over the
Let me
bridge.
just can I say my
The
fucking
podcast
thing?
goes live at 6
I know.
I have to drive in rush hour and park.
And here's the thing. I'm wrong about that. And I thought about it. I went, oh, of course. I am wrong about that. Not that big of a deal. But you live 5 fucking minutes away from me. You
In
could
the
have said you knew I was coming here.
Scopo is on the podcast. He lives even closer to you, and you didn't
I'm
reach out to me.
closer to you than
you
this
always,
fucking
You
shoe.
always reach out to me.
I didn't want him to come anyway. I thought it was by myself. I was getting
Anytime
excited.
we're going anywhere together, like the day before, you're like, hey, you going in there?
You
Can I
couldn't
get a
think.
ride?
You couldn't think. Hey, I drive this guy in all the time. I drive him home all the time.
You know
Maybe
what's
he
You want
needs
to
a
know why
ride.
that's a problem, though? Is because you're putting
But
the
I-
responsibility
Exactly.
and expectations
Yeah, and I
on
had-
another person
and I
instead
had
of
that.
acting out on your own.
You're right.
And taking control of what you
Maybe
can
get a
control.
car.
Exactly. Shh. You are right.
Oh,
and
I don't
had
think the
that
camera
thought.
picked up the hand, the
Now,
forearm
you know what?
squeeze.
You know what? The rage is back. The rage is back. I am fucking ready to go.
No, you are right. I had that whole
I can't
conversation.
wait to
on
never
the
drive him
subway.
again ever in my life. I can't wait till he texts me on the show
Like
together.
you ever really do as much as Feeney does.
Well, yes, because you guys
One
are fucking
time,
friends.
you didn't even drive me home. You didn't even drive me all the way home. You were like, well, I'm not going all the way over there. I'm going to go to my house, and you walk the rest of the way.
Yeah, I was
sounds like
trying
a
to give you some
story.
exercise. How about that? Jesus
story?
Christ.
Sounds like a story that involves both of our guests.
Yeah.
I think I just said the whole story.
Yeah. I think I know. I think I gave him advice about not. No, you fucking prick. I gave you a book about how to stop drinking, and then
am
you
reading it.
went from my apartment to your place.
not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not the same
We
fucking
drove my
day.
car back.
That's not the same day.
Multiple rides.
Alex, did the chat have anything to say about the squirrel story and whether they believed it or what do they think here?
I'll tell you in a second.
The chat is just trying to hook up with each other. They love each other. They're glad we brought them together, and now they've excommunicated
I was gonna say,
us.
we're-
as a
Like,
problem.
is there a show going
We're
on?
pretty much the AOL chat room for them. You know?
We're the family fighting in the background while they try to finger somebody.
Dude, AOL chat rooms were the fucking best. You
Yeah.
just go into one. Golf sucks. And then you just fucking let everybody lose their fucking
Of course,
minds.
that's what you did. I used to go into like romance ones and talk to what I thought was divorced women's, but most likely.
I got in
senior
trouble.
men.
My grandma caught me. A girl named Sexy Gal, and I don't know, I was like 10 years old, and I got into big trouble. Mary Scopo, not happy about that. I got punished for 2 weeks.
Well, that's because everybody only had one family computer in the most common area
true.
of the home, so everyone saw the screen.
Yeah,
as
didn't
they
know how to
walked
minimize
by.
anything.
Yeah.
And no idea how to do that.
No.
Alex?
So we had a couple people who were pretty convinced. We had Say His Name, Fucking Weird, Creeps McGeeps, and then a few minutes later, wow, Sagalow killed the bit.
Killing Brendan.
Call me a murderer.
New sponsor alert. We got to tell you about Brewbag.
Brewbag is beer pong meets cornhole, and it's fun to play. I mean, those are like my two favorite things in the entire world. I'm wildly competitive. I talk a ton of shit about how great of a cornhole professional I would be if they had the leagues, even though they have the leagues, and I don't want to look into them.
Yes, and I've witnessed you lose many a time. But
No.
I will say, Brewbag is the perfect sponsor for a show because again, it's all about a good drinking game.
That's right. So if you're a fan of cornhole or beer pong or both, which everybody that listens to this show is, this is a must-buy. Perfect for the beach, the park, the pool, whatever, summer party. Just it gets everybody's juices flowing. The time is much better if people are active and drinking and not just sitting around a table getting shit-faced and then they get up and fall into the pool and you got to fish a dead body out.
And Brewbag has actually sent us one, so we're very excited to try it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we can. We're gonna play. Let's play a game here before next week's episode, and then
I'm down.
see,
Let's
and
film
see-
it.
and see how it goes. There you go. Because Brewbag is durable and highly portable, so you can bring it anywhere.
So go to brewbag.com. That's BRUBAG.com. And if you use the promo code IGP, you're going to get 20% off your order.
Again, that's brewbag.com, promo code IGP, 20% off your order. I'm excited to play this.
Yeah, me too. Super pumped. Going to bring it to a party and just get real wild.
Let's do it.
Back to the show. Brendan and I just had a pretty sweet time together at the Rhode Island Comedy Festival.
I gotta tell you, man, that shroom trip helped me for still
Shroom
helped
trip?
me.
Yeah, it seems like you've picked up a lot of lessons from that.
I'm gonna
liked it.
internalize that and laugh.
And grow cancer.
I choose to take that as a joke.
The blood tears say different. But so I get called on like Thursday to fill in for Shane.
Gillis?
Why am I? No, not Gillis.
tattoo
Shane
guy.
Torres. He had to bounce because he got some other gig. So I get a call like 3 days before it. It's Newport, Rhode Island. I think I did it the first year ever, and then haven't been back since. So I was excited. I was looking forward to eating a bunch of seafood, which I didn't even get to because I did a country club gig the night before. Which should I tell that story first or should I save that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just feel like.
Well, I'm here, so we could talk about Rhode Island.
Yeah, let's do that. So Brendan and I just call Brendan because I know he's my single friend that sometimes has nothing to do. Sure. So I'm like, hey man, I just accepted this gig out of nowhere. Do you want to come and we'll film some shit? And I invited Lucas, who has been shooting, Mike Takes Edibles. He shot the most recent thing, Spots. That's followed me around on a night around the city. And he's just super down to shoot content all the time. So me and Brendan and Lucas all decide to just go up to Newport together, like just three merry men, and we share a hotel room. And I brought
How many beds?
two.
Two. Who got fucked?
Well, I'll tell you who got fucked by saying I got an hour of sleep last night. that night, it was bad, but it did
Where did
feel
you sleep?
kind
The
of
couch?
No, there was no couch. Me and Lucas just
Two
slept
and
in
one?
the
You
bed.
shared a bed.
Yeah, I think he was more uncomfortable than I was. I was like all comfy, and he's like fucking turning, he's moving.
Yeah.
around. But he also was like, I think.
Don't skip.
I'm not gonna skip. I'm not gonna.
Don't skip.
Don't skip.
So we get in the car. It's a great road trip.
This is such a hilarious way to hear a story because it's like you were like, so I did the Rhode Island Comedy Fest. He was like, mushrooms are great, and then you're like, and then we brought Lucas up. We shared a bed. I didn't get much sleep.
It's a Tarantino story.
I can't wait to find out what happens in the middle at
This
the
is like
end.
a book that's
Jesus
hard
Christ.
to
It's
read.
all gonna be like, that's it.
Yeah.
This is Kill Bill the story.
Because Brendan, his
Shows were great.
His cool teases are actually the punchline.
Just get to the fucking mushrooms. Who gives a shit about the bed
Nah,
situation?
tell the whole story.
So we get in the car. We're on the highway.
I stop off at an exit to pee.
Yeah, Lucas is long gone. But no, we had just a great time because, it's always fun to travel and do gigs with buddies, but it's also fun to, like, shepherd a young pup along with us. This guy who's done, like, 2 fucking open mics and just, likes hanging out, likes asking questions about comedy. He likes talking comedy, which we could just, jerk each other off about for fucking hours. So it's just an optimal situation for 2 narcissists.
Yeah, it is very funny that like he'll say to us, "Hey, I have a bit. Can I run it by you?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And then we give him whatever advice he's looking for, and then we go, "But by the way, this is all bad. It's all going to be bad for years."
Yeah.
So just take
Well,
that
we're
with a
being
grain of-
honest.
Yeah.
It's like no matter how much, there's nuggets of funny, and that's why you'll continue to do this and get funny eventually. But, it's all bad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all
one
bad.
good show will last you like a good 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I just did one in my 13th year that should last me for the rest of the year.
Nice. Yeah.
Hopefully. I'm really banking on the endorphins to just continue to raise me up
way,
because
dude.
I need it.
None of the fans keep sending emails.
Yeah, well, and then we did mushrooms. It was a perfect weekend, and I was supposed to be great, and then Brendan walked over my anger, and now I'm right back to where I was.
Maybe I helped you.
Maybe.
Didn't help the show, that's for sure. That's an objective truth.
So whatever, we drive all the way up to Rhode Island. We think we're gonna have time to eat and stuff like that, but we get there at 3:30, and the first show is at 6. So it's 6 and 8 in this tent, and I'm gonna be closing out the show. We're filming both of it. He has 3 cameras each. It's really great, and oh man, I just remembered what I'm angry about in this situation.
Okay.
Get it in there.
So we get to the tent, we do the show, we don't really eat beforehand. Lucas tells us he's never had Wendy's.
Yeah. But that was
That
after.
sucks.
That was after.
No, that was before, and then we vowed after
yeah,
to
yeah.
get it because that's the most preposterous thing anybody has ever said. And he gave living in Westchester as the reason, and I was like, that's not a reason.
There's
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
he literally said do you know where I came from or whatever? And I was like, oof.
No one.
I
This
also-
guy goes to the drive-thrus by himself.
In fairness, we don't.
Yeah,
we really don't.
But yeah, I have
This guy,
no
he,
fucking
he,
idea.
have you heard his Burger King story of him going to drive-thrus?
Yes.
Yeah,
Walking. through
Walking.
drive-thru.
Yeah. I'm sorry, driving. Sorry. Yeah, walking.
Brendan's
Yeah.
a big fan of walking through the
I haven't done
drive-thru.
that in a long time.
Well, good for you. You look
Not
slender.
this year?
3 weeks.
No, like a couple weeks, yeah. I would give it a couple weeks. It's all got to start somewhere.
That means you're on a manic upswing.
oh boy, am I!
Yeah, that's what recording a rap song and putting it out in 30 minutes will do. You're just like, yeah, I feel good. I'm capable of anything.
Yeah.
So we get we don't eat whatever. We go to the tent. We set up, and we get permission of where to put the cameras, and it's this big. Kind of looks like a wedding tent, right? Almost like a hip wedding that you would have in the woods, where we had it in the Catskills.
Right.
That type of
I wouldn't
shit.
say hip wedding, more like suburban trash. I've
Well,
had
he got
weddings like
married
that.
in the woods, so.
Can't pay for the actual wedding, so you
Yeah,
put
we
a tent
weren't wearing
outside.
orange hunting vests.
Why did I think
It
it was like that?
whimsical.
Okay,
with
whatever.
baby's breath and delightful flowery.
Okay, keep
Wow,
going.
where'd you get the
I'm sorry
baby's
about
breath?
We stole it from babies.
Yeah. It's like Dr. Sleep is
Yeah,
sucking out of him.
yeah. You have to just stand over their crib until the right time. But it's not a white trash wedding. What are you talking about?
Yes, it is. Oh, outside wedding in a
The
tent.
bitch is back.
The bitch is back. An outside wedding. It just shows what you're invited to. Because outdoor weddings that are in a forest camp-like environment, resort in the Catskills, also a winery, a lot of those happen outdoors. How is that white trash?
Listen, if the thing isn't on something terrace on the water, it's trash. Okay, that's my Queen's thing. It's got to be on the water. You have to get married on the water.
You're a church guy. I have to get married in my childhood church. Everybody wears jeans and white
Lady of Hope,
sneakers at the church, and
Our
then
Lady
they
of
get
Hope.
dressed up.
I'm gonna do it, Lady of Hope. Yeah,
Dude, that's what I never
Father
got.
Guy.
Is actually for a lot of my friends' weddings, a bunch of parents would show up in like a Hawaiian shirt, khaki shorts, and like runners, and then dress up for the reception.
Yeah.
You don't do that?
No,
I mean, not if I'm in the wedding party, but if I'm not in the wedding party, I'm going to church.
If
I'm
you
not,
go to the
thought
ceremony, you wear the suit all fucking niced up, and then when you go to the reception, you fucking loosen the tie.
Yeah.
take the
No,
jacket
no.
off.
If you live in the area where you can change, you definitely wear something.
area, yeah.
if
It's in your backyard.
No, like if you live 10 minutes away.
we're getting a real clear insight into the events that you go to.
Everything in your life is
when
within
you
a
live in the
50-mile
area.
radius.
I don't. Yeah, no.
All of your family got married in your high school gym.
It was a good time. It really was.
Chris never needed an easy pass Scopo.
You had frosted bowls with as many Doritos as you wanted. That's
I
the
do live
centerpiece.
down the block from where my aunt got married. So yeah, right there now in Astoria. It's
People
great.
when it sounded like, hey, you going to homecoming/grandma's funeral?
Oh, Kemper was an uncanny. That would have been great.
You could have said anything there and it would have worked.
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah,
what
I had
were
you at
doing.
Slash.
Because I filled in.
I love the accent.
But anyway, so
What were we talking about?
you were in the
So
middle.
we're in
So we go to the
Tent.
tent.
Oh, right. So it's like this $100 million vineyard, real white trash, and they have this giant tent-like structure with lights and all the magic you could ever want.
Yeah,
they
it
have
felt great.
What?
It felt great. I'm so sorry. I just got shot.
I have never been that crazy on camera in my life.
What?
I didn't even do anything. I was being quiet for 2 seconds. Jesus Christ.
Scopo's been politely listening the entire time.
I'm into the story now.
Hands clasped on his chest, listening.
That's how innocent people get shot. What you just
Look at the spit residue from all this. Anyway,
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a lot happening in my body right now. I have awful allergies.
very nice.
it's because
very
of your
beautiful.
early story blue balls. Your rage blue balls. You have to get it
that
out.
was all just spraying.
It was a tent in the middle of the fucking winery with like Edison bulbs all around.
Yeah.
And shit. It was very nice.
It was very cool. So we get permission from Doug and I forget her name. Who's the other organizer of the festival? And she's so cool.
Melissa.
Is it?
I think
or
I
like
don't know.
Kate or something.
Maybe
Mara?
I'm a real piece of
Mara?
Just
shit.
name a white girl
Is it
name.
Mara?
Mara.
Maybe. Maybe
don't think
Mara.
Hey, thanks, Mara.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Mara.
Thanks. I've never said Mara. I would have gone with Mara.
Mara.
So whatever. This she runs it alone.
Caitlin.
Stop. Stop it.
The anger's coming back though.
It's not even anger. It's just like an inability to tell a story because I'm getting so many speed bumps. And I'm too high. It's all of you. It's your face.
Especially Chris.
Yeah, especially.
Especially Lisa. My Scott Pollard face.
So you're talking to Christina.
So, my nose is going to bleed. So, we're asking permission of where to put the cameras and set up everything. And there's a ton of people coming in. The tent probably sat, 200 something?
Yeah, 200.
It was a ton of people and plus comics. So we cleared it. We're setting up the tripods, all that stuff. We're keeping an eye on it. We go get some personal pizzas right before the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, classic Rhode Island dish.
Classic Rhode
What
Island.
seafood you
Classic
got going on there?
Newport pizza.
Just absolute asses. We didn't eat anything good the
Yeah,
entire trip.
I
It
know.
sucked. Like that.
I know.
We really failed in that regard. But
You always say you're gonna eat well. We're gonna eat well this time. Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. But the last time I was there, I think I was with Corinne Fisher and Phil Provencio, and we went to this banging ass seafood place, and I got a 3-pound lobster, and then went into the bathroom and heard 2 guys talking about buying a monkey. Like legitimately
Wow, that's Newport, Rhode
discussing
Island.
the way they
Yeah.
could buy a monkey. And a guy suggested that he trade an animal for the monkey. Like they were talking about bartering for monkeys. So this was like a
Well,
whole
what gets a monkey?
animal
White
trade.
tiger?
I think he said a shit. I used to have a joke about it. and I
Was that
forget
on your
what it
first
was.
album?
No, I never
I
did
remember
it.
you doing that bit.
Yeah,
It was a
but
good bit.
yeah, I never told it. It's like just now came back to me, and I'm like, well, I could have used that in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Would have been, would have
Yeah, definitely. They would have been like, huge monkey trade. Wow,
They'd be
couldn't
like,
believe he knows
You could have
it.
just made it as if it just happened.
That was my cousin.
Monkey trade.
You'd had a full polished bit to catch on camera that everyone would have thought was an off the cuff
Yeah.
Big J moment.
Yeah, nope. Just again, all the effort, none of the right moves.
So I get to host.
So
I get to host.
yeah, I get to host. No, I get to close.
So I get to close.
I get the class.
But it's before the show and people are piling in. And Brendan and I think we smoked a little bit, but we did. We smoked half a
like-
blunt
yeah.
before the first show. And then we came back in and we're hanging with Jacob. And I don't know what it is about tripods. And Alex and Mike, you guys might have experience with this too. But people love getting as close as humanly fucking possible to a tripod with thousands of dollars of equipment on it.
Yeah. They were like
It's insane.
slithering around.
Yeah, it's like Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment. They're just like
Yeah.
going through their arms and just like literally waving around it, kind of bumping up next to it.
Putting their feet right next to the tripod legs.
Dude.
Like putting it in the tripod.
The whole time, I'm like, we're like, and finally Lucas said something to like one of the comics, and he's like, "Oh, am I near it?" And then he like came back and was kind of near it again.
Yeah.
It's like everybody is so fucking mentally ill. It's like just get the fuck away. Why can't you just give it a foot minimum?
Yeah.
Whatever. So. We're like angry about that. I'm angry about that. I won't take ownership for anybody else's feelings. And then we're like figuring out where we're gonna shoot, how all this stuff, and talking to Doug and the other comics, and some absolute blonde slam pig just takes the fucking middle tripod and grabs it and goes, "Who put this thing here?" Grabs it off the ground, camera on it,
Yeah.
and is like, "What is this?" With a sneer, like I just
Yeah.
smell like somebody just
Very confident.
freshly shit on the lower part of my lip when I'm trying my best to like keep it away from my nostril.
Yeah.
And she's just like waving the camera around and then like leans it against the wet tent siding.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's all like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Lady, what
Were
the
you
fuck?
on stage?
Mike goes, "Don't touch that."
Put that back, please.
That's how
We
I
were-
knew she picked it up.
Were you on stage or not yet? You were
No,
not.
no,
Oh,
This is before the show.
Oh my God.
So the show didn't even start, but we had clearance to put everything there, and it's like obviously the human thing to do would be if you need it moved. Hey, whose camera is this? Can you guys take
balls.
it? Can
It's
you
called
move it?
etiquette.
It's just human.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking reasonable human behavior. But instead, you take it from like a weak point, and then the same fucking trout snout cunt just looks at Lucas later on and goes, "My camera stinks. Can you take pictures of the whole festival?"
Yeah, she asked him, she goes, "Are you taking pictures?" And he was like, "No." And she's like, "My camera's bad. Can you take pictures?" And he said, "Yes."
He's a nice guy. That's
Well,
why.
then she
Yeah.
disappeared for 30 minutes, so he actually...
she's doing cocaine.
He was like, "Oh, good for me."
I know, but the minute he came over and was like, "I told her yes, but I'm not going to," I'm like, "You just made a big headache for yourself, buddy."
Yeah, they're gonna be looking for those.
Yeah,
Oh,
you made a
100%.
large headache.
But either way, she was the only like relatively negative vibe that we had to deal with, because after that, it's like both shows were, the first show was totally sold out, second show was mostly sold out, and I mean they were fucking hot crowds, super fun, and somebody shit on the side of the sink
yeah,
What?
Wait, why wasn't that the story?
What?
they
Yeah.
had
How'd you glaze over that one?
because there's no story. I just walked into one of those permanent porta-johns that they have on classy
Well, that's
grounds.
That's where you know the lady went to. She shit in the side of the sink.
Yeah, she probably did a bump and then fired one out between her Levi's.
yeah,
People have been firing out these 5-star reviews
Yeah, I knew you were
quite
gonna
often
do
and
it.
quite hot. It's great. Someone just wrote us about because we called out their review, so they're getting the T-shirt. So we got your email, Alex. You got that right. So we'll send you out one. So congratulations. Keep leaving us a 5-star review if you haven't. Do it. It takes 2 seconds on iTunes. Share the podcast with a friend. Tell people about it. If you want to support the show in other ways, you can go to gasdigitalnetwork.com. Use the promo code IGP. You get a now 1 month. Is it a 1 month free trial or is that only did that expire?
That was for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
Now
So
you get a
just
7-day free trial.
7-day free trial. You can try. I think if you started, I don't know how many hours do we have? Over 200
At least
hours.
230.
You're not even going to be able to listen to it if you never stop listening for the full week, but that's enough to get you addicted to the show, I think.
right.
And you get all the bonus content, all the other shows on the network, all their backlogged episodes and their bonus content. You also get a discount to podcastmerch.com, which you can get a t-shirt. We got multiple tees. We saw someone just ordered the Yes Yes Very Progress for Pride Month.
Goddamn right.
Better now.
Perfect time to order.
Get a
Brendan.
little. Even a hoodie, this is a good time to order because those summer nights where you're sitting by a fire, you wearing. I love the shorts hoodie combo.
Me too.
That's
the
a great thing. So you can still rock those. So get them now at podcastmerch.com. You can also reach out to the show at irishgoodbyepodcast@gmail.com if you have a great story you want to turn into a bit for a couple seconds, or just to tell us something that happened.
Yeah. Or if you want to take credit for a crime committed on me and my family. If you
I
want
would
to do
have.
that.
I'm so curious to where mentally you would have gone with that. Like if you would have tried to be like,
I was
let's submit
already-
this to
I
the
might have
police.
left.
I do. Yeah, I wish I didn't ruin that, man. I wish you fucking went. Pss, pss, pss.
You were screaming.
In my head,
There's no
I was calling the authorities. I was like, I need to fucking get someone going with this.
I didn't.
Oh, there
I
was no
couldn't
cop.
believe how hook, line, and sinker he went for. I was like frothing at the mouth. I was too busy watching the spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have made a real fool of myself. Idiot.
If you guys should also support everybody else that you're hearing right now. Scopo, where are you going to be? Where can people find you?
My apartment. No, check me out, chrisscopo.com, at chrisscopo. I have a new podcast called Rep Your Squad. I had Cannon on. It was a good time. We talked about weed.
We did.
Big weed guy. I had
Is your squad weed?
yeah.
Yes, that's who Scopo assigned me, and I was like, yeah, all right.
He likes weed. All right, whatever. I had
And it's changed my life.
Iman El Husseini on. Talking about Palestine and Israel. Nothing like hearing a Queens kid talk about Jews.
Oh, nice.
Good time.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll download that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Where else? Anything coming up? or
Rep
anything
your
you wanna
sgot.
plug?
Get it.
Yeah,
I
Rep Your
mean, I got
Squad.
spots.
Download the
I got
pod.
spots in the city, but that's about it
Hell
right
yeah.
now.
Download that. Sagalow?
At Brendan Sagalow on Twitter and Instagram. Sags to Riches on Twitch. The 11th and the 12th, I'm going to be at the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island with our boy Ricky Velez, who's a
Nice.
fucking killer.
Yeah.
This is where we should have the bed of music, by the way, Alex. I feel like this would be I just realized now. Well, something that was not copyrighted. 'cause we're
Oh,
not-
yeah, you're right. The 17th, I'm going to be at the Shish Lounge in West Hartford. I'm headlining, so come on out.
Shush
West
Lounge?
Shish.
Hartford.
Shish.
There
Spell
is
it.
no such place.
SHISH?
SHISH, yeah.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
That's what we're going to be saying after your jokes. Sheesh.
After Brendan's
That's
first
going to be my opener.
That's it.
That's my opener.
That's my opener.
And then fucking me and Cannon are going the 8th and 9th of July. We're going to be at Mohegan Sun.
8th, 9th, and 10th.
And 10th.
Yeah, add the
Oh, God. I'll have to make some calls now. Yeah.
where we
And
will
10th.
also do mushrooms.
We will also do mushrooms there. Check out my album, Not Now More Than Ever, on Spotify, my special with the same name on YouTube, and finally, Here's the Scenario on everything, especially the Patreon. Come
Yeah.
fucking check it out, dogs.
Yeah, patreon.com.
I just put a rap song up there.
Pod. He did. And
put up
it's
a verse.
When are you doing a rap
great.
battle?
It's really good.
You should rap battle.
Hey, I'm just taking it real easy here. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm a stress-free MC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to be confused with a sucker MC, which is who I am not. Thank you very much. If you guys want to come see me on the road, I got some dates at MikeFeeneyComedy.com. June 19th, I'll be at Stubborn Beauty Brewing, which sounds, I mean, look at that. Isn't that not perfect? My Stubborn Beauty. Come out to there. I'll be headlining that show. I also will be at Uncle Vinny's in Point Pleasant on July 9th and 10th, and then I'll be at, again, Mohegan Sun in August. You can get tickets to that, and obviously Skankfest in Houston. That's officially happening again, which we're excited about that. But go to watch my comedy special, Rage Against the Routine, on YouTube and all that other shit, and support, press subscribe on YouTube and all that shit.
Yeah, MikeCannonComedy.com for all my dates. 11th and 12th, I'm going to be in Poughkeepsie, New York at Laugh It Up Comedy Club. 3 shows, I think 1 Friday, 2 Saturday. Come out to that. Then, in July 8th through 10th, I'll be at Comics Mohegan Sun. October, doing a run in Chicago. Brendan Sagahanens is actually coming. Zany's Comedy Club, 10th and 11th. And then the 8th, I think we're somewhere in Ohio. And then the 9th, we're somewhere in Illinois. So those dates are going to be put up on my website. More dates are coming in. Skankfest, doing New Hampshire at the end of the year. I think I got a date coming for Austin as well. So keep an eye out. And then YouTube.com/Mike Cannon Comedy. Check out, I'm putting out a lot of shit now. I'm doing Mike Takes Edibles. It's a whole web series where I take edibles and check in with the audience throughout the experience. Shit gets wild. Sagalow is just a guest. We had a free throw shooting competition.
I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Brendan basically just watched me hit free throws.
I was gonna say you're really good.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you though, I've been going out and like that's like a part of it. Like I don't go home unless I hit 5 in a row.
Damn right.
Or if I have to go home, which has been the case. I have not hit 5 in a row, but I'm getting closer.
Which park do you play at? The one under the bridge?
Yeah, and I average like 3 or 4. But
Nice.
it's when I get, it's a good fucking mental exercise
you're
thing.
soft mentally.
Because I'm like, I get to 4 and I'm like, hey, I haven't gotten here before. I'm like getting good at getting to 4. And then I'm like, and then I start thinking, you got to get 5, you got to get 5. And I got to just not give a shit. And then, I never do. So
It's
I'm trying to
not
learn.
giving a shit. It's focusing your give a shit.
Yes.
That's right. So Mike Cannon Comedy on YouTube. I just put out, like I said, thing called Spots. It's following me around New York City, doing spots on a Friday night. I got another video coming with Sagalow, actually, that we shot at the Rogue Island Comedy Festival in Rhode Island. It's an amalgamation of all the fun little off-the-cuff moments from both shows, since we're trying not to give away any material. And, it's all beautifully shot shit that will be up on the Patreon first. So check it out, patreon.com/scenariopod.
Alex?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar, and check out my podcast, Broad Topics, TOPIX, with Kim Congdon on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live every Thursday at 9:30, or you can catch it for free on iTunes and YouTube every Monday.
G Mike.
I'm G Mike on all platforms, and please follow Irish Goodbye on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram, Irish Goodbye Podcast. Twitter, Irish Goodbye Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, you're a sweet man. So, after we'll finish this up. Don't worry. I know you look worried.
What about what?
I don't know.
That's just my face. Just my normal face.
This guy
My
resting worried
Scott
face.
Pollard face.
Yeah, Scott Pollard face. It's not the face. It's the hair.
It's definitely not the face.
100% the hair.
I'm actually excited to do. I've just learned how to tie a tie. That's the reason why I'm doing it mostly.
In the back.
Yeah, it's great.
Do you like intentionally put one piece forward?
No, I
like
hate it
Christian
when
Slater
it's
the
in my
90s?
face. It's one of the most annoying things in the world. It's
Yeah.
every time I'm just like this, like that. It's fucking, I slap myself in the face constantly.
You got to get braided. You got to get cornrows.
That would be awesome.
so
Yeah.
dope if I get cornrows.
It would be pretty cool.
Oh my god, I'd be so black.
So we're at Rhode Island Comedy Festival.
Speaking of black,
Speaking about nobody being black.
Yeah. For miles.
It would go with my ass
miles and miles.
Yeah.
My braids in my ass. What is this?
So we get done with the shows. The shows are super fun. Brendan kills. I have a good set. And then we go back to the hotel room. We're invited to go to another, like the late show and then hang with everybody. But I'm driving and I want to take mushrooms.
Yes.
So there's no way I'm driving to another place, taking mushrooms, and then driving
Of course.
back to the hotel. And
also-
considering the effects of what we took.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. We would have been fucking out because when we went there, we obviously stopped at Wendy's. We gave Lucas his first Wendy's ever. Apparently, we're just
Can you trust a person that's never been to a Wendy's? That's over 20? That's over 10? I don't know. I don't know what age is.
They're probably just rich kids.
acceptable.
Probably rich kids. Yeah.
Well, that's what I chalk it up to.
Yeah,
It's just interesting parenting.
I had Chick-fil-A with you for the first time.
Probably correct.
You
Yeah,
never
But
had
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A.
was only in the South forever,
Yeah.
so that makes sense until it came
Of
to New
course,
York.
yeah. The Mount Rushmore of fast food: McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and then what?
I don't think Burger King's on that Mount Rushmore.
Burger King
really
is
not.
but as
Burger King is way down
I'm
there.
just saying, if someone said to you, "I've never had Burger King," wouldn't you have the same reaction?
No,
if
I'd be
someone-
like, congrats.
Yeah.
You did it.
I guess, though.
you'd be surprised though, right?
I've never had Burger King.
Burger King sucks though. Like if I had a show, I never go to
Every
Burger.
time you have it, it's Burger Queen.
Somebody Somebody turn that into something.
Your face was horrified. His face was like, "What the hell is that?" Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah, he did the Jim Halpert look to camera. Fucking.
Well, I looked to camera and then looked back and realized it was never on me. So I've been doing it for no one most times.
So the mushrooms we took. Thank God I grabbed this.
Okay, I was just gonna say, careful now.
Can we preface though before we took?
We can preface.
When we took.
Can we preface hot open sandwich this and?
They were gummies, right?
Yes.
And we thought we thought they were for microdosing. So so Mike said we should each take 2 because then.
Do you want to know how we thought this? It was because it came from me. Like I bought them. They were prepackaged mushrooms, which now I guess they're making, which is crazy. Have you taken that? Like where it's like synthesized candy or whatever?
Yeah, it works. And California just legalized all psychedelics
right.
yesterday.
Is it better than eating the mushrooms?
Wow.
So
The mushrooms
this is,
kind of make you throw up.
so the guy that I got it from told me that the whole thing is like an eighth, like the whole bag that I got. It was worth an eighth. So the little nugget gummies, I thought were going to be like, little mini microdoses that would
Half
kind
a
of get you
gram,
half there.
possibly.
I thought we all took like a gram, 1.25 or whatever if we're lucky. And so we each take exactly 2. There were 6 gummies in the entire thing.
They do not taste like shrooms at all.
No.
They taste like candy, which was another reason that we were like, I said to Mike, I went, this isn't going to do shit. And then I threw it in my mouth.
Doesn't everyone say that before they take edibles?
Yeah. It's
I don't even feel it.
that's
I don't
right.
even feel it.
Yeah, Brendan. Say
No.
something original.
I'm such a hack.
So we do take it, and it's like we're sitting there, and we already ate the Wendy's, but we have all this snack stuff. We're watching basketball. We're watching the Clippers against the Mavs, and what we thought was going to be like a great game because it was in Dallas was like not exciting whatsoever. The Clippers were blowing them out. Like it just couldn't have been a worse game. And within 10 minutes, reality starts closing.
Well, yeah, we went out to smoke a blunt because we rolled 4.
Yeah.
And we smoked one. I think we smoked one at the winery.
Yeah.
And then we came back to the hotel, took the mushrooms, smoked. In the middle of smoking while we were standing, we were just like, I think I'm feeling something. You know, like that kind of shit. And then, wouldn't you know, we come inside, we get, everything changed.
Dude, as soon as I sat on the bed, I was like, I started getting like kaleidoscope visuals, which doesn't usually hit me until like 2 hours in or something like that after I've smoked several times. Then that kind of runs.
Yeah.
But then I felt like, oh, I'm cold. I'm unprotected. Like what I'm sitting on the bed. I was like, I'm uncomfortable. My body feels not exactly how it should be. Yeah. And I just got under the covers and never left.
Yeah. We both.
Your safe place.
Both,
I've been there before, yeah.
We also took half of 100 edible.
Now, is
Right.
Lucas on
Milligrams.
mushrooms
Do
too?
all the
Yeah,
drugs?
Lucas took mushrooms.
God, how much shit did you take?
We just love.
I would have had a
drugs.
gummy and be like, I'm gone for the night. Take care, guys.
Yeah, it was really like punk rock though, because we're all staying in one hotel. There's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
We're on drugs.
I'll
It's
tell you
fucking
what,
cool.
I never got that vibe. Yeah, I never got.
You were in a
that
nice
feeling
hotel in
of
Rhode
punk
Island.
rock. Yeah, it's just 3 goobers talking about
just
the art
came
of
from-
This guy
comedy
sharing a
and
bed with somebody. It's
Yeah.
punk rock, bro.
hallucinating.
It is very punk.
We just
rock,
came from
so
a vineyard,
embrace
pretty
it.
punk rock.
I will say,
Embrace it, dude. We might as well have gotten into a fucking van with like a Volkswagen thing at the front. It
Yeah,
was fucking
no.
cool. We were all Jack Kerouac.
you're right. The way that we stayed in that Howard Johnson, the way the hippies did.
Let's go to the Hojo's. honey.
I will say it was the nicest Hojo I've ever been in. Like really clean, really nice. Had a little
Yeah.
outdoor patio that
Only
we could
smelled
smoke on.
vaguely like cigarettes.
A little bit. Yeah.
We
very little.
both got into our beds because we were like, oh my god, like it started happening, and I like took my pants off, and like I forgot sweatpants, which was a
Still
fucking
sharing a
nightmare.
bed, right? Yeah.
All right, it's 2021, buddy.
Yeah, with that hair, with
What the
that
pants? No,
grabbable-
I just did the pants came off real quick.
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
with
you know.
that grabbable from behind hair that you have.
I take the pants off. Not the other person.
There is no way, if you were a gay man, that
I
anybody
would
would
get
let
fucked.
you be
I'd
a
get
top.
fucked so bad,
They
yeah.
wouldn't allow
Yeah, I
that
know.
type of target to go unabused.
Maybe I'd like it.
What?
Maybe I'd like it. I don't know.
There's
open to
For anybody
question
who
you
doesn't
would
know,
like
Chris
it.
Scopo has just an ass that if you saw in pictures, you would think was a Kardashian relative.
You could see the ass from the front.
That's right.
That's what they say.
Like most stuff. Mm-hmm. That's right.
So we started watching The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which was making us laugh for a little bit.
Yeah, so we're flipping the channels, which I am not a TV on mushrooms guy.
I'm a big TV on mushrooms guy.
I'm an outdoors.
Yeah, not a TV.
Every time
I'm hugging a tree. I'm connecting with a kid. I'm playing football with some fucking stranger in Prospect Park in Brooklyn for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, this happened?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Well, don't get me wrong. Every time me and Feeney take mushrooms at Mohegan and we're just walking around, I have the time of my life. If you and me and Lucas just walked around, but we were on the side of the fucking road. We're like,
There's
where are we?
It's raining. It was raining on Sunday too.
It was raining so bad.
Well, and Applebee's was connected to the hotel, which
Oh.
kind of would have been a
Punk rock.
Yeah, I mean, we were
is
straight
punk rock.
throwing TVs out of a first floor window.
Yeah.
Couple 2 for ones.
We would have thrown it out, except both the TV and the windows were bolted down.
We're bolted down.
Window doesn't open either.
Yo, the Applebee's commercial we kept. You know when you're watching, this is what I love watching shit on shrooms with somebody, because you just laugh and you don't have to say anything. There's no connect. You guys just, everyone, like when we're walking around, everything that's funny, we just get.
You get it.
Our minds are connected.
Yeah.
There was this Applebee's commercial that came. It was like, like all it did was play music.
A slow motion burger coming into frame with like potato skins, every fat fuck
going like,
fettuccine, like all this stuff, and it goes, "Welcome back, America."
Yeah, it's like a parody commercial.
Dude, and I was like dying laughing that somebody somewhere is watching that, being like, "Yeah!"
We laughed so. That was I think that was the way we were laughing that night. I've never heard you laugh that night, and I don't think you've ever heard me laugh like that. It was a bonding moment.
We connected on a lot of things where, and it was mostly that, because the reason why we watch Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was because we're tripping. It's starting. We turn it on, and a guy gets shot and falls off a building immediately, and we laughed for 15 minutes.
And we were tripping balls, dude, more than we thought.
Yeah, way more than we thought. It was incredibly visual.
Well, you took all the drugs.
Yeah. I mean, listen, now like going
TV
over...
might not have even been on.
Yeah.
There's a very good chance that TV was not
Guys,
on.
the
It was very much
Mavs
on.
beat the Clippers that night. What are you talking about?
We watched Dazed and Confused on IFC, and
that's a good one.
I mean, the movie was unbelievable. Everybody is so funny. Everybody's so young. It's insane. And then,
You got the McConaughey line.
yeah, I mean, McConaughey created his entire part from thin air. That's
Brendan's mic has been
incredible.
cut.
Why'd you cut my mic?
Yes, so that it'll stop.
I think you cut it.
How did I cut it?
You
Now
probably
Alex
turned
needs
it
to
off.
fix it. Here we go. Well, keep going, Mike. Tell your thing.
What was I talking about?
Someone can't
trip.
interrupt you now.
Oh, so I will say this: when you're on mushrooms, you're obviously more sensitive to everything.
Sure.
And all I could think of was how we're marketed to as human beings. Like, it's the most embarrassing thing in the entire world that it's like, it works on me for sure, and then you watch it,
Yeah,
and
you said
tear it
potato
down, and you
skins.
become
Oh, I've
more
done that.
starving.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I could go for an Applebee's sandwich right now.
Yeah, and Days of Confused is a fucking masterpiece. It was perfect, dude. I haven't seen that movie in like over 10 years.
Yeah.
And we're just watching it going, this is so good. You see everything so perfectly, you know what I mean? It's like, it was so fucking good. It was a great movie. And Lucas goes into the shower for the entire movie.
Is he on mushrooms?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
very
okay.
much so.
Oh,
And
no, he
also,
probably-
He's a 23-year-old kid,
He
too.
probably found a mirror, right?
you had to have, because I went in there and saw like my thing. You know what I mean? You know
Poor
in
kid.
Deadpool 2 when he's like trying to get to his wife, but there's that like
Yeah.
sheet. That's what I saw right next to me, and
Yeah.
I was like, if I look there, I'm
I
dead.
know.
Poor-
I'm just peeing.
Poor
looking-
kid caught himself a mirror.
Dude, it's like you went into the bathroom and it was like being in a cruise ship, man. It was like Mike goes into the bathroom and he's like, I gotta pee. And he walks into the bathroom and then you hear like bing bang, bang, bang. And then he comes out and he's like, oh, that's a mess, isn't it?
I was like, that's a whole different way of life in there. I cannot commit.
And Lucas goes into the shower and like he when he went to the shower, we were like tripping, but then as he's in the shower was like the majority of the trip,
Yeah.
and we're just like every once in a while, like it's coming in waves, so we're like, hold on.
We're like holding hands across the full bed.
Yeah, and every once in a while we're going, what's he doing in there? He's alone tripping balls, just la di da.
And then he came out and he's like, We're like, dude, you were just in there for the better part of 6 days. And he's like, it was 10 minutes, and I think you guys are tripping harder than me.
That's also one of those things, because I remember on Mushrooms was the time we went camping that I thought I was trapped in my own tent. I couldn't find the zipper and thought I just lived there now. I thought I was there for at least 2 to 3 months. And
7 minutes.
Yeah. And so did Lucas ever trip at all, or did he just...
tripped.
He
But
tripped
also
because
tried
then
to go to sleep, though.
he went, but he was
Being a good person?
I
think
don't
he
know
was
about this kid,
meditating.
man. I don't know about this kid.
Because he
This is-
disagreed with you on the movie.
Well,
and
he
now-
also, Alex, check this out. He doesn't like, he hated the movie Nobody.
He didn't hate the movie Nobody, but he went, is that right?
No.
That
Yeah,
movie
you
was
suck.
so much fun. That's
You'd
crazy.
have to be a lunatic, as equal much of a lunatic to not have had Wendy's, to be like, I don't find the joy in this. I don't know how you do it.
He's fucking
good
Gen
kid.
Zers.
He's a good
Yeah,
kid.
he's
shit.
fucking,
He's
he's fucking,
honestly
he's
good
fucking,
He's probably like too much
he's
violence.
fucking TikTokers with their goddamn fidget spinners.
Looking in the mirror.
But Luke said one of the funniest things was because we've all taken shrooms with each other a countless amount of times.
Not
we're
me.
we're all
Thanks
on
for
the.
including me in that one.
Would
you
you?
do it?
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel
When's
like
the
you
last
would.
time you've done
The summer.
I feel
Tell
like
the
you
story.
would. You would.
I did it on Pride weekend last year in the summer.
you?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was me, my buddy, with
And you've
as the
grown
allies.
Your hair ever since.
Yeah.
It affected me that much. I just became one of them. It was 8 lesbians. Yeah, it was 8 lesbians and me and my buddy. Just
Wow.
we bought shirts that said "We're allies," and we
Nice.
walked
So
into
great.
that. Yeah, and then it was a lot like Molly for me.
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
I
euphoric.
felt like I was on it. I was because I know what Molly is and it's really good.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm just letting this shit hit me. I was like, we'd a fight because I'm like, I don't want to be in my head, but this was like. Oh, and then I told the girl she was dating my friend, broke up with her, and then got back, and she was like, "You want to do acid one time in the park?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Why?" Because it's me. I was like, "Yeah, I hate you." I didn't know this in her apartment.
Wow. Did
Whoa.
she kick you out?
No, but we had a nice chat in the balcony. I got yelled at. I got yelled at a little bit.
I just feel you had one of those things where you're like, I just don't understand like why you're like this to me. And you had to be-
No, she was like,
I don't hate
no, she's like,
you.
I respect you. I respect that you said that to me. I was like, yeah, I just don't like you as a person.
you doubled down?
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, you fucked my friend over, and I was like, I don't like you. And she was like, well, I was
Wow, love
going
it.
through a lot of shit with my dad, and I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah. No,
And
I'm sure
And then I
that's
went,
correct.
Yeah, then I went back inside and had more shrooms. It was great.
I mean,
It was a
that
good time.
would ruin my shroom trip. I would be like, let's not talk about this right now. Who are you? Get away from me. I would hate that.
No, because I was like just free. I was like, whatever. I was like, give a fuck.
I'm so glad
get
we
that,
gave
too.
space to that because I want an isolated video of Sagalow doing that. No, get away from me. I don't like you. I just liked.
Put it on a shirt.
It was. No means no.
Wow, dude. Should I continue the?
Yeah. Is there anything else? I don't
Yeah,
even know.
because Lucas said something so fucking funny that had us dying. What I was saying was, we've all shroomed together. We know, like, we know when to go back to the rooms. We know what the fucking vibe was.
Yeah.
We're in our beds. We're not necessarily like whatever, but we're watching the movie and just tripping balls. And Luke comes out of the shower and he's like wearing a hat, which was freaking me out. I can't stand when people wear hats after showers because the hat's all wet now and everything. And I'm like, ugh. So he
Wait,
comes
is
out.
his hair long now?
His hair's
Yeah.
long, yeah.
Okay, that's the reason.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
white
that's
guy
what he told
do rag.
me. Yeah. That's what he told me. So he comes out and we're just like laughing about something. And what did he say? He goes, I just don't understand why we're going to sleep right now. We were like laying in bed and we're like, we're not. We're just,
Because you guys have already packed it in. Like, it made me feel pretty
he's like,
old. but
Why
I
are
was
we
like,
going to shroom? Why are we going to sleep on shrooms? Didn't we just take shrooms? And we're like, yeah, this is what we do, dude.
Yeah.
We strap ourselves to a bed and we
Fucking
laugh.
blast off. Yeah.
What was his? What did he want to do? Like go out?
He did want to do cocaine.
There
I
is
think.
nowhere.
Well, he's young 20s, so he's got to be
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
he's got to
he's
be
not
like the
that.
night starting.
Yeah.
Pregame.
Yeah.
Let's get a bottle of Hypnotic and get fun.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what he wanted to do. It was raining. If I were him and I was feeling that, I would probably have walked around the hotel, played in the arcade games.
But we were tripping so hard, and I've never had this before, that we just didn't smoke weed. Like,
Yeah.
we smoked pot in the beginning stages before it had even hit, and then once we got hit with the shrooms, we never smoked again.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then both of these fucking idiots were snoring their brains off. I didn't get one fucking thing of sleep. I had to put on again, dude. Every time I share a hotel room with you, I have to like put on a sleep story or something.
I don't
on my
picture you.
podcast.
I feel like I don't remember you snoring any time that we've ever had to share.
I
a
have
room.
awful allergies right now, so my airways close
He was bad,
periodically.
but Lucas was also really bad, dude. It was like,
I can't believe
is he
if
fatter?
you would have if
No?
you would have made me
No, he's in
guess
good
who
shape.
was
He
the
has a
snorer
huge
of
dick.
that hotel room, it would not have
that's
been
why he-
everyone but Brendan.
yeah, right. I know.
That's why he wanted to go out. He's 23 with a huge dick.
Yeah,
He's like, I gotta show
It's
this to the
Feeney
world.
saying.
Like, me and Brendan clocked him for having a huge dick immediately because his hands look like Tony Robbins. They're like a little retarded. And then his feet are like Flintstone shoe boxes. They're insane. I've never seen a foot as high as it is wide.
Flintstone shoe boxes. So funny.
So yeah, he's just got a fucking mule.
Yeah. I felt bad. I felt, he was like, all right, I guess this is what we're doing. He tried to go to sleep immediately, and it was like, no,
poor
man, we
kid.
ain't going to sleep.
Yeah.
We're just getting in bed.
Take your pants off, clean boy. Get in here. You just start tapping the bed. Come on, get him. Come on. You like this. You're gonna like this.
It is so comfortable. You're like,
Yeah.
this is so nice.
yeah.
Lose
It
some
was
layers.
great.
Get in here.
Yeah. It was great. But then I didn't fucking sleep that night at all
Why?
because of the snories.
But not even when you put your headphones in?
That's when I did, and I went, why haven't I been doing this entire time? I put a pillow over my head at first.
That's how you kill yourself.
I know.
Yeah.
Scopo,
Haven't you heard his act?
Pillow.
I do want to ask you this because you grew up in Queens.
Yeah.
So you're a Queens guy. So there has to be at least some sort of Queens like store. I picture like some Bronx Tale-esque story of your childhood where you're like, which is probably very normal to you, of like watching someone get murdered or some horrific.
No, it's not murdered. But as I was younger, I didn't know. We just
What do you consider rape?
Yeah. A couple guys got bats to the face, but that was a Tuesday for me. You know? But like I didn't know who was in the mob until I got older, and like, I just knew him as like one guy that buried my grandma.
When she was alive?
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Hey.
No, like I didn't know until like the day I was 20 when she passed away. So I didn't know. I was like, oh yeah, Mr. He's like, oh yeah, he's connected. I was like, what?
Let's bleep that.
Weren't you wondering why?
Yeah.
Weren't you wondering why?
Yeah. What a specific and easy way to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We
I
wouldn't say
meant
that.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy
That's his
3.
First
No,
name.
you know there was. No, it's not. I know that. Oof.
They're like Chris. He's connected. Weren't
There
you
was a guy
weren't
that-
you wondering why Grandma had a rat in his
my
mouth?
God. That was the third hand I'm speaking.
Well, you know what? Mr. Deanna's gonna come see him.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
I have never seen anything
you don't have
like
the
that.
grounds to be mad at a steamroll.
I am allowed to be because I'm fixing my steam.
Yeah, you're Stanley.
steamer.
Oh, that's fine.
Stanley Steamroll. But so what's
You
I was-
decided
I was
to
very-
blow into the
No, I
mic.
was very upset with the hand thing.
This is the weirdest episode of Irish Goodbye Podcast.
it,
that we're
it
going
had
I'm
to-
proud
so
to be
much-
a part of
It had
it.
so
Yeah.
much potential.
It really did. I think it did. It reached it, but I don't know if it was north, south, or sideways.
Hey, we're having a good time.
But wait, what's the end of the story?
We're
then?
going till 10.
I mean, you just find out about guys that are in the mob later on. I knew there's a hitman down the block from me who was, yeah. It was his son that lived in the house now because he was found dead in a trunk. The hitman, you just don't know about it until you're older. You know, they keep
And
that
what
shit.
was he? Did you know him as a person? Or
I
just-
knew the son. Yeah,
Wow.
the son coached my baseball
And
team.
did his son know? Did his son know that his dad was that?
Yeah, I think when his dad's found murdered in a trunk, he
Well,
thinks
no,
something's
then
going on
for
right there.
sure. Then
Yeah.
you do, but leading up to that.
Yeah, because his brother, the guy's son, was also connected, and he was shot outside of a bar and down the block from me before I was born.
What's the main import-export for Queens Mafia as opposed to Brooklyn or whatever?
construction.
Garbage?
Garbage?
I have
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea. Like
Yeah.
I know kids now who they say are like connected,
Yeah.
but like I don't fucking know if they're just.
I mean,
I have a guy-
what is the mafia at this point? Because most of the stuff has to be like fraud.
It's drugs, mostly drugs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
sell to the.
Is
bad
it drugs?
parts. They import they a lot of the drugs. Yeah, pills, a lot of pills and shit.
And like building, like
I had to go-
construction, like city buildings and stuff.
Huh?
Or like
The cement union.
What the fuck I'm trying to say? Maybe.
That's what the guy. Did you ever see the show Fear City on Netflix?
No.
Well, there's a documentary of Fear City with the mob in the '80s, and one of the guys, the main guys in one of the episodes, his name is Ralph Scopo.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
Which is the name of my father. So in an Italian household, you're named after your father's father. My brother's name is Joe, after my grandfather. I'm supposed to be named Ralph, but my dad's like, I'm not naming my kid Ralph. The name sucks. So
Does sound like puke.
Ralphie.
yeah, it's like so I'm not doing that.
Ralph
So
Mouth.
there's legit 4 Ralph Scopos and like 4 Joe Scopos, and then my brother's Joe, my dad's Ralph, and that side. Ralph Scopo was the president of the cement union, and his son, Joe Scopo, was murdered outside of his house.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he had the best line ever though, because it was during a mafia war, and during the shooting, he didn't have a gun on him. Guys were shooting at him; they were missing him, and he goes, "You can't even fucking kill me, right, pussies?"
Wow.
And then they killed him?
Yeah, they killed him eventually. But, yeah, they got him.
Eventually you got hit.
I think he's got no guns on him. He's fucked,
Yeah,
but-
he did just stand there talking. So
yeah,
that was,
But that's a fucking shit talker. Yeah,
That's a
that side
great
got
way
the
to go out.
confidence. This side didn't.
I would always worry that if I got shot and killed, that I would like if I said a last cool thing before I died, like that, like can't even kill me, right, pussies. That I would also have to follow that up with like, please make sure you like tell people that I said that because that's a really cool way
you
to
wanna
die.
know how? You want to know how? So the guy that
You got that right.
It's all.
Yeah,
This is all on like online. You can fucking Google it and shit. The guy that killed him was, I guess, like years later. He was a rat, so we turned rat. Fucking, we don't talk about these motherfuckers. So he ratted on him.
Hold on.
And
Minute.
when
Didn't
you-
you used to work in construction?
I still do work in garbage.
In garbage.
Comedy.
Private sanitation. Yeah. I was waiting for I gave you guys ample time to
I was
fucking
going
throw it
with
at
the
me.
Brendan Eats garbage route. That's where my mind went, to be
Jesus, I
honest.
gave
But
you
I
2
saved
seconds.
it.
Fine,
I saved it.
So I guess when you turn against the mob, you have to say every crime you did, because if it goes back and you don't admit to one thing, the deal's done. So he admitted to killing, and he said this guy said it to me when I murdered him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's all right. That's an honorable murderer then.
Somebody who admits it.
No, it was like, hey, listen, he said a fucking cool thing at the
He
end.
did
is
say a
what he
fucking
said.
cool thing.
Yeah. The guy's a piece of shit. He killed my whole family. But
Yeah,
God, that line was out of a Cameron movie.
caught me right in the side with it.
That's a good line too.
Yeah. Like he kills somebody, he goes, "Wait, did you hear what he just said?"
Yeah, that was
fucking cool.
Yeah, well, imagine he like didn't hear it all the way. He's like, he's like, pussies, you can't even kick. And he's like, oh, what do you think he was gonna say? What do you think he was gonna say?
Yeah, he said I don't know what this meant, but he said you can't even jill me right.
Yeah.
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
Hey everyone, before we go, if you enjoy this podcast, you might enjoy some of the other podcasts available at Gas Digital Network. This week we're highlighting Disgusting Hawk Podcast with comedian Jessica Kirsten. You can find the full catalog of episodes on demand at gasdigitalnetwork.com or check the latest 15 episodes anywhere you find podcasts. Here's a clip.
Have you ever written out your name on a girl's face?
No, I wish I produced that kind of volume, but I don't. I'm more of like it's an easy cleanup.
It's only 3 letters.
It's true. Maybe if I just finish and drag, do you know what I mean? Keep going back to like an inkwell.
Yes.
Perhaps like that. I will give it a try.
Yes.
I'll try on Christina.
Okay. When you try on Christina, can you videotape it? I love watching things like that.
Oh, God. Are you into videotape?
Yes.
What's your favorite kind of pornography?
Face sitting?
Face sitting.
Yes.
Girl sitting on guy's face.
Yes. I hated my father.
So you feel like every time you're smothering him?
Yes.
Do you scream, Daddy, stop?
Yes. How did you know that, Joseph?
Well, it's Jay. And if my name was Joseph, I'd have to come 7 times to get that name written.
That's very true.
It's a lot. It's a lot
What's
of
your
words.
favorite kind of porn?
Housewives having sex with, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just
Are you
moving
saying
my
something?
mic. Just
Okay.
have to adjust my mic.
Oh, wow. That's,
Sorry.
like that.
No, just take it easy.
is it happening on purpose?
What's your favorite porn?
My favorite porn is
Janelle?
gaggle of black men having sex with housewife while husband watches.
Oh, like watching a woman get pounded by a group of black men, like a gang,
Yeah, a gang bang.
and then the husband watches and says, "What is he doing while he watches?"
Well, the ones I like is just the ones where they're filming. Sometimes it gets a little. Like, I don't know why. If I'm trying to put myself into the spot of how hot that would be, I don't like the ones when the black guys are insulting the dude. I don't. That's not. I don't like
if
that.
they're on the side going, "Bet you could do this, motherfucker."
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Then I picture like doing some weird Death Wish vigilante move on all of them.
Right.
Have you ever been involved in a gangbang, Dr.
I
Feeney?
have. I've had every hole filled at one time.
One time. Every hole. Are you
Yes.
counting nostrils and ears? Or
Yes,
are you just
every
throwing it down?
hole. Every
hole.
single hole.
Let's count. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Seven.
8, 9, 7?
24.
24/7.
I have holes where you wouldn't even believe where some of my holes are.
What's your favorite hole?
Probably in between my ass and my vagina.
Oh, okay. The third eye.
Yes.
Yes.
I call it the Pamela hole.
That's where your chakra lives.
Yes. You are very deep.
It's very spiritual. I don't like to talk about it too much because a lot of my friends are lunkheads, like UFC fans and stuff. But I like to mix up. I'm pretty intelligent, I think.
Yeah, I think you are too.
Thank you, doctor.
When you're talking to me, you're kind of like putting on a little thing, like when you're taking on my aura, kind of. Are you gay?
A little bit.
Jew?
No. In fact, I took a lie detector test. Took a lie detector test yesterday. It said I was, in fact, 100% sure that I'm not even bi.
Really?
Yeah. And even that surprised me a little bit.
Have you ever touched a dick?
Yeah.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us.
It was, it's been several times. Are you okay? Are you choking?
No.
You
I'm
like
just
the story.
thinking. Sometimes when I think, I move my tongue around.
That's understandable. I bounce my knee. It's a little less off-putting, but
So I should bounce my knee instead of push my tongue all over the place?
No. I want you to be comfortable. This is your show. I'm just here as a guest, and I had some questions. You are the foremost sex advice person here at Gas Digital. So
I am.
As a person who's on the network with you, I had some questions I wanted to ask.
Okay, sure. I'm going to let you ask a question in a minute, but when did you touch a dick?
I've touched a dick. I mean, in South Africa. To have our girlfriends at the time agreed to hook up with each other if their drunken proposal was, but you'd have to touch. If you touch his dick, we'll do that. So,
of course.
Yeah, it was Jim Jeffries. He pulled his dick out, and I just grabbed it because I was like, "Yeah, is that all? Now can we go do this other thing?"
Oh wow! Did it fit in between your little thumb and? Because he seems small.
You'd think so, right? But it's like now he was Australian, so it was a thick one, a thick softie,
like a sausage.
Which we could all hope for, like a sausage, but like when you buy the 12-pack. Not like those pre-made like a breakfast links. I'm talking about like a heavy calabrese.
Like a chicken apple sausage?
Yes. Now you understand. Like a super sod.
Yes, nice.